All right. All right.
Welcome to the Monday Motivation with Eric and Friends podcast with your host, Eric F. King, featuring world-class speakers, coaches, and consultants. Join us every Monday as we dive into empowering conversations that motivate, inspire, and educate entrepreneurs. Kickstart your week with valuable insights that help you not just survive, but thrive. This is your go-to podcast to start your week strong and live your best life. Let's make Mondays the fuel for your success journey.
All right. All right. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Good to see all of you again this Monday morning. I'm so excited. I'm so excited today to be on screen here with my world-class speakers. We have Leah Garcia, Amberly Shreve, Annie Osong, Zan Enagru here this morning. And we are going to give you a lot of value as always and get your week started right. All right. So I am excited. I'm also especially excited that today is Martin Luther King Day. So many people have a day off. And remember, if you remember Martin Luther King, he was about work. He was about serving people, right? So it really should be a day on. It should be doing something, volunteer somewhere, help somebody out, because that's what he was all about. All right, so we are going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to actually start out today with my good friend Amberly. I should have told her that before, but but she can handle it. She's a professional. And today, we are going to go. I'm going to introduce each speaker, and they're going to speak for a while. And then, if you have any questions, we definitely advise you to put it in the chat. Okay, questions, comments. We want to hear from you. Okay, we do this for you. All right. So, without further ado, I'm going to introduce our first speaker, who hails from Maryland, where I actually started one of my groups, and that's where I met her. She is one of the best in the world at business communication. So if you want to learn how to build relationships, how to connect with people, how to follow up with people, this is the person you need to connect with. All right. So without further ado, I'm bringing up on stage Amberly Shreve. Amberly?
Thank you so much, Eric, and good morning, everyone. It is such an honor and a pleasure to be here with you today, especially on this incredible Martin Luther King Day that we are all celebrating. And I hope that you are finding a way to serve someone in your community, in your family, within your friendships. We are all about serving others and honoring others and leaving others better than we found them. So I want to talk a little bit today about, well, always gratitude and always finding a way that we can show up and be our best selves. But also, I want to talk a little bit about how we're showing up in the best way for ourselves. Whether we're in a networking event or we are showing up in our communities, we are looking to strive to be the best people that we possibly can. And within that space, it all starts within us, right? So we are figuring out those special spaces that we want to be in. We're always showing up in love. We are always showing up how we can benefit someone else, bring value, show others that we are different in our mannerisms and our values, in how we present ourselves. So, whether we're in a meeting, we're in a networking engagement, we are showing others that we stand out, we make a difference, and that we are honoring the people that we truly are. Because I believe that it really says something about yourself, your integrity, your credibility, and the person that you authentically are. I also wanted to talk a little bit about follow-up systems and really how you are leaving a mark within your community. So following up is an extremely important part because we all know that the fortune's in the follow-up. So in order for us to do those things, we need to have some type of tool, whether we're following up manually or we're using a service that we can leave to stay memorable within our communities, with our colleagues, our clients and customers, and actually the people that we're doing life with. So I would love to go on a journey with you and teach you a little bit more about relationship building, honoring your needs, and truly finding a great way to be an example to your community and the people that you are serving. So check me out on LinkedIn. I'd love to have a conversation with you and help you to strive and be the absolute best version of yourself. Thank you so much. Appreciate the time.
All right. All right. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you, Amberly. As always, you always bring the fire early in the morning. We appreciate you. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Cassandra. Cassandra was here early. I just didn't know how to put her up. So it's my fault. It's my fault. I take the blame. So appreciate you being here. Welcome, Coral from across the pond. Salisi, welcome. Good to see you. Alexis Sherlock, James, welcome. Good to see you. So definitely, guys, I want you to light up the comments. Light up the comments. First of all, share this with more people. Okay, share this information. Don't be selfish. Remember, today's Martin Luther King Day. It's about service. Serve more people. Okay, serve more in 24. I got that from somebody, and I stole it. Serve more in 24. So yeah. So definitely share this with more people. And we want to hear you in the comments. We want to hear your thoughts, okay? So definitely put your thoughts in the comments, your questions, because we are here to help you, all right? These speakers can charge $1,000 an hour to speak with them, but today they're doing this for free, all right? So you want to be able to ask your questions, all right? Okay, so let's keep going. I am going to bring up our next speaker. Our next speaker hails all the way from Texas, where they do things in a big way. They do things in a big way in Texas. All right. She has her own talk show. All right. You know, she hosts the Cassandra morning show and Cassandra Terry morning show. I'm so excited about bringing her up. I can't even speak. She hosts her own show every morning. And it's, you know, she's someone I followed, right? And I listened to her videos and I'm like, wow, this is powerful information. I know hundreds of mindset coaches, but she is in the top, like the top 1%. All right. So you want to listen up. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up Cassandra Terry.
Thank you, Eric, and thank you for being so gracious and taking the blame. I think I slid in right at the last minute, so it was just as much mine as yours, but I am so grateful to be here. Absolutely happy to be with you all on this MLK Day, and what he stood for, the service, the doing for others, and the kindness. If we could just keep grabbing on to more and more and more of that, how different this world will be. But I'm so grateful to be surrounded by a group of people on a regular basis. That's exactly who you are. Eric, you show up in kindness. Leah, Amberly, Zion, Mr. Positivity, the Godfather, you guys exemplify that every single day. And I just want to start by being grateful for being a part of this community. I'm so glad you found me, Eric, and you plucked me out of my space in Texas and added me to your international stage. And I will be forever grateful because I get to spend so much time with people like you guys. And I do have something that I want to share with you all from a mindset perspective, always from a mindset perspective. I had a divine download a few days ago, and I've been sharing it more and more. And it's really about personal development. When we think about personal development and growth, I think sometimes we forget that it's a process. And when we can identify where we are in that process, I think it can make it a lot easier for us to not be overwhelmed, not to get frustrated, not to give up too soon and keep going. And so what I want to share with you guys today is a part of an overall program that I'll be rolling out in the coming weeks called SOAR, to do more in 2024. But there's a small piece of it on personal development called the 4 P's to personal development or growth. The first P is prune. If you've ever grown anything, if you've ever had any type of gardening experience whatsoever, you know how important it is to get rid of the bad stuff. So early on in our process, we have to be pruned. We have to get rid of bad thinking. We have to get rid of bad talk, bad habits. Sometimes we have to change our environment because it's not good for us. So the things that are not working for us are being removed during that pruning season. It's an uncomfortable season because it takes us out of what's comfortable. And now all of a sudden things are different and it feels like we're losing things. Things are being stripped away. But those are things that no longer serve you and they're actually in the way of your growth. After you've gone through that first season of pruning, it's preparation. Have you ever seen a farmer prepare the soil? Make sure the right nutrients are in. If you've got a plant, you're making sure that it's getting enough light. It's in the right place. We have to be prepared. And after we've taken away the stuff that no longer serves us, we replace that with the things that we need to be successful. Are we reframing negative messaging? Are we maybe learning something new that's going to help us along our journey? I just started a class to get a certification. I'm never going to stop learning. So during that stage, it's high learning. And then after we've gotten rid of the bad stuff, we've replaced it with the good stuff, comes another kind of uncomfortable stage. And that's where we're paced. During the pacing stage, you have the opportunity to take the things that you've learned, actually incorporate them into your life so that they become a part of how you show up. And it's not a one and done. I'm going to do well today. And then when things get tough, I fall back into my old habits. That pacing stage is very, very personal. And it's designed for you to really integrate that new learning so that you are ready for your level up. After you've pruned, after you've prepared, and after you've paced, comes the stage that we always want to jump straight to, and that's propel. After you've gone through those first 3 stages, that's when people start to say you're an overnight success. They didn't see the struggle the 3 stages before, but now all of a sudden you're everywhere. People are starting to come know your name. They're aware of you. And it looks like you just magically appeared out of nowhere. You have been prepared for this. Everything leading up to this point is what you were waiting for, so that not only do you propel, but you're able to maintain your level up because you've done the work leading up to that and you've got the necessary skills. So as we prepare to soar in 2024, I just want to remind you, take a look at your life, do the assessment. What phase am I in right now? Am I pruning? Am I preparing? Am I being paced? Or am I propelling? They all have a place for you. They all are teaching you something different. And it all leads to that stage where you can not only win, but you can maintain that level up and see yourself continue to be more and more successful. That personal growth continuing to happen. You'll see more from me on this entire program in the coming weeks. In the meantime, you guys hit me up in my DMs or follow me on LinkedIn or any social media. You can follow me by my name because I am looking forward to sharing this program and more with you guys in the upcoming weeks. Okay, Eric, back over to you. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate that. You bring the fire as well. And we are just so blessed that you're actually here. So I'm blessed to have met you, to have seen you online, because I see a lot of videos. For some reason, yours just popped up and I started watching. So awesome. Good. Thank you. Thank you for being here. All right. So we are going to keep going. I want to welcome Debbie. She's here from Europe. She's here at eCard Financial. That's her company. Jude is here. Genevieve from Trinidad and Tobago is here. Man, we have people from all over the world listening in today. We appreciate you being on for wherever you are. So we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. And our next speaker is going to talk about money and finances. Okay. You know, a lot of people don't talk about money. And those are usually people that don't have enough for their entire life, right? Quite frankly, right? So it's good to get comfortable talking about it, because then it's easier to make it. And it's easier to invest it and to use it to help other people, right? People say money doesn't bring happiness. Well, prosperity brings a lot more happiness than poverty. I've been on both ends, by the way, and I love prosperity. It's fun. It's fun, right? So I am going to bring up our expert, okay, our financial expert, another woman that I follow. I listen to her. She does a financial minute, something like that, on her page. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant in what she does. And you can see money behind her, right? You can see money behind her, so you know who I'm going to talk about. I'm going to bring up none other than Leah Garcia, all the way from California, where it's 4 a.m. in the morning. Leah?
Thank you so much, Eric. You are the mastermind and the genius behind this entire setup, and we are just so blessed to know you. You are such a man of grace and humility, and it's just such a pleasure, and I'm so grateful to be here with you today on this Motivation Monday, and we bring you financial literacy and bite-sized golden nuggets. So find me on LinkedIn. We have our Money Minutes, and what I want to share with you today is about, Cassandra talked about the 4 P's. I'm going to talk to you about the 5 F's, which is faith, family, finance, fitness, and fun. And you're right, money isn't everything, but it's just right up there with oxygen. Right? We need money, whether we like it or not. We live in a commerce society, and money is actually behind the ability for us to do a lot of things. And so what I want to talk about today is I'm going to focus on the fitness part of it. Does fitness and health go together? Well, I heard this quote, and I think it's so profound. They say, if you forego your health to pursue your wealth, you're going to spend all your wealth to chase down good health. And it's really true. In my mind, they really go together. They truly, truly do. And think about it. If we have more resources, we can buy better insurance, right? Better health insurance and life insurance. Because, by the way, money does not buy health insurance and life insurance. Your good health is what buys those products. So get it now while you're strong and you're healthy. And if you have more resources, you can have better fitness. You can join a gym. You can get a personal coach. You can buy better food. Listen, folks, I don't make the rules. I'm just sharing it with you. To have organic food, fruits and vegetables and all of that, it is more costly. So while health and wealth to me go together, and money isn't everything, but it gives you options. It gives you an opportunity to have this good health. And let me just kind of peel back the onion for you. You know, my 19-year-old nephew was in a truck versus motorcycle accident, and he was on the motorcycle. He was in a coma for 4 months. Now, let me share this with you. I was in the process of helping him with some life insurance and living benefits. And unfortunately, that process was not completed when this accident happened. Listen, folks, we are all healthy until we're not. And thank God, he is alive today and he's doing well, but he's probably will never be able to buy life insurance. Get it now while you are young and you're healthy. You'll never be younger or healthier than you are. And living benefits. Think about it this way. If you or a family member needed some type of experimental treatment that was not covered by your health insurance, would you liquidate your 401k, sell your car, sell your home, and do everything you could to give that loved one access to that treatment? Of course we would. But by the way, we don't have to. There's something that's called living benefits. Health and wealth absolutely go together. And so that's what I wanted to share with you today. And when I think of Martin Luther King, I think of service and I think of kindness, and we can all do something today to be kind. It doesn't cost you anything. And when I think about him, we all looked at what he was and what he's known for, his speaking ability and his cadence and his charisma. But just like what Cassandra alluded to, he didn't start there. He did it when he was scared. He said it even with shaky legs, even when his voice was trembling. We saw the after, but we also start somewhere before. And I want you to embrace going for more in 2024. You can have more, you can be more, you can do more if you schedule it in. So that's what I want to share with you today. And I am excited to hear from the rest of our esteemed colleagues. Thank you so much, Eric.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for those words of wisdom. That was like a TED Talk. I was taking notes. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. So welcome, everybody. We have more people. I know we have Fran here from Scotland, and more. Like people are just jumping on. Great. Keep sharing this, folks. Keep sharing this to as many people as you can. So we're going to keep on going, and I'm going to share a quick message with you, okay? So for those of you that don't know, my name is Eric F. King, and I'm a sales and leadership coach. And I help entrepreneurs hit 6 and 7 figures with their business by selling their offer without being pushy or salesy. Okay, I've been doing this for a long time. And today I want to talk briefly about how to serve at a high level, okay? Because today it's all about service, right? How to serve your clients at a high level. A lot of the clients I have are coaches and course creators and consultants, and they have high ticket offers. High ticket offers where you're charging like $1,500, $2,000, $10,000, what have you. And I'm going to give you 3 tips, okay, on how you can serve more clients. All right. Number 1 is you want to be able to give them enough information to help them get to their goal or solve their problems. You don't want to overwhelm them with everything you know. Okay. Some people think, hey, when I create this coaching program, I'm going to put in everything I know. It's going to be like the book is going to be this thick. You know, I've been doing this for 25 years. And then what they don't realize is it's too much. It's overwhelming. Right? People need bite-sized chunks. People need 5 Fs, right? You know, things like that. They need what we call plays, right? You know, this is the play, right? That's what they need. They need steps, right? Very, very simple steps. So instead of making it so overwhelming, make it easier and simpler for them to digest the information. All right. So that's number 1. Number 2 is sometimes we think that we need the program to be so long to make it valuable. So 6-month program, because I want it to be so valuable. But what happens is a lot of your prospects think, okay, so it's going to take me 6 months to learn this skill. I don't have that kind of time, right? Because you're looking for busy people. Those are the people that are most serious, right? You know, they have some success. They want more success, right? So consolidate that 6 months into 60 days. And they're like, I can do it in 60 days, right? So you consolidate what you're doing, make it shorter, because busy people, successful people want to learn and keep moving, okay? And that, look, this tip is what I mean. I give my paying clients this. I can't believe I'm giving you all this for free today. Because this is big. This is really big. Okay, this is really big. All right. So you want to consolidate, right? So instead of having some people say, okay, you guys need to read these 4 books, right? And they're like, okay, and they don't even read one. You know, an overwhelmed and confused mind does nothing. What you do is consolidate those books. Take the best parts. Create a book. Create an ebook or something. 10 pages. This is what you need. They're like, I can do that. I can do that. Okay. So that's number 2. And then also number 3, if you have videos, because some of you are course creators, so you create videos like on Kajabi or these different sites. Here's a tip for you. Instead of having 16 videos, consolidate that into 6. Okay. Again, when it's too much, they're not gonna watch them anyway. Look, if you don't believe me, look in your back office, look at the numbers, find out how many of those people actually watch the videos. You will be amazed and surprised and perplexed. I'm thinking of more words. You will be perplexed at the number, how few a number that actually watched all those videos. They don't. People don't have time, or people just feel it's just too much. So consolidate that, because when you do that, you're helping them more, because now they'll watch it all and they'll be able to gain some kind of benefit from that. All right. So that's my tip for you from the sales front. I hope that really helped you to make sure that basically, less is more. Less is more. You want to give valuable information in small chunks over a short period of time. That's what gets people going. All right. So if you're looking for this kind of training or coaching, I have a 6-week program, not a 6-month program, a 6-week program. Yeah, good segue, right? I'm teaching you sales. This is what I do, right? I'm segueing into my coaching program. That's what you do, right? So 6-week program that can teach you everything you need to know about selling those high ticket offers. Okay, with role play sessions and all kinds of things that can help you get to where you want to go. If you want to learn more, go to compassionatecloser.com. You can download my ebook there for free, and you can set up an appointment with me, and I can do an audit of your sales process, and I can let you know what you need to add, what you need to take out, whether you join my program or not. I will give you value. All right. Okay. So we're going to keep on going. We're going to keep on going to our next speaker. All right. Let me look here for all these people that are joining. Oh my goodness. So many people all over the world. All right. So our next speaker is a guy that will make you famous if you let him. All right. He will make you famous. He's the godfather of audio rooms. And this podcast started with an audio room that he helped me put together, right? He helps people from all over the world with their marketing. And, I always say that, sales and marketing is like, king and queen. You can't have one without the other. You can be great at sales, but if you don't have anybody to talk to, then it doesn't matter. You're just great to yourself. You're just great to yourself. So Annie helped me get to more people, and then I can share what I have. All right. So I'm going to bring up my good friend all the way from Europe today. His name is Eni Osong, and he is a marketing guru, a marketing genius. Eni, you're next, my friend.
Yeah, it's far too kind, Eric. Great to be amongst this amazing group of people. I mean that sincerely. It's a great way to start my week, and I learned so much from all of you. So I'm Eni Osong. My company is Global.media. So now let me share something. I think everyone's touched on the points in different ways. So let me share how to really speak your customer's language. Now, do you talk the way your customers talk? Do you think the way they think? So I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and she said, "Oh, this lady talks to women." I'm like, "That's genius." That means a lot to all of us. Right? We have a picture straight away what this lady does, even though we have no idea what she does, right? But it gives us a niche, a language that our clients speak. Do you do that in your business? I think Amberly talks about making sure you stand out as different. I agree. Of course, I agree. This all leads to now making money, as Leah says, and Eric says, less is more. Totally agree. Totally. Now, this is the point, right? Cassandra talked now. So now the idea of getting rid of things that don't work. In other words, I do so many things, I'm a jack of all trades mentality. It doesn't work. It's never worked. Now get rid of that. Learn some, prune, as she says, and replace that with some better bite-sized chunks of what you really do. Speak your client's language. Look, everyone on stage here today has, we speak our client's language. Like Cassandra is now limiting beliefs coach for a reason. Eric is a compassionate sales, closer person. That's what he does. Leah's she talks about wall of wealth. Amberly, business relationships. I talk about making you famous. Zion, making positivity. We could talk about many things that we all do, right? We really could, but we don't, because we want to hone in on the one thing that we're known for. It doesn't mean we don't do the other things. Of course it doesn't. But you want to speak your client's language. What's the one thing that you do that you want them to really know you for? Begin to share that with them. That's what marketing really is these days. Now, that one thing is what's going to bring you the wealth that Leah talks about, because people think if I talk about one thing, then I can't sell the other things. It's not true. The one thing opens the door, then you can talk about all the other things you do. It's so straightforward. I say a lot of people who just keep waffling around in circles. I do this, and what would you rather? What do you think your clients would prefer? A jack of all trades or a master craftsman? They want the master craft. They want the person who's best at something. Maybe you're not best at something today, but in time you will be if you start now. If you start to define your niche within a niche. That's what makes it money, my friends, I assure you. Make this the week that you go out and find that niche of yours, that language that your clients really speak, and talk about what they want to talk about. That's my greatest tip for you. Eric, I'll come and say in terms of what I'm offering, I say we do offer a 6 months write your book program, masterclass. It's different to what you're saying in my mind, because we want people to actually have the book in their hand at the end of 6 months. If I say 60 days, I'm leading you up a garden path. You're not going to have a book in 60 days. In six months, guaranteed. It's only 3 hours a month. So literally 3 hours, one day, one session. You get to write your book, learn how to write your book, and then we'll guarantee you being able to publish by August. So my other program, which is time's running out very quickly, is the anthology that we're writing. So we're writing a group book, and we're just helping people now to compile the content. So we're going to be published by end of February. So if you want to write a book and be a published author, a best-selling author, no doubt, because it's us doing it, by end of February, let's talk now to get you on that book. That's me, Eric. Thank you so much for the opportunity to speak. And I love this. Now, I actually have to get ready and do my hair, like I always say. I really do. I did this morning as well. It's great to be here with all of you. It's amazing. Thank you so much, Eric.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. We can certainly see that you spend a lot of time on your hair and makeup, and we appreciate that. We appreciate that. All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And yes, and by the way, yeah, it takes more than 60 days to write a book. I spent like 6 months or so, or more, writing my first book. So I that's definitely different from what I'm saying. So absolutely. All right. So we're going to keep on going. I'm going to get to Zion in a second. Let's see, as this is buffering. So I'm going to get to him in a second. But, I certainly agree with what Annie was talking about, how you have to be a master of one thing. I run a group called Promote Your Business Meetup Group, okay, for entrepreneurs every Thursday and Friday, where they can promote their products and their services. And I ask everybody to speak about what they do for 2 minutes. And some people they get on there and say, well, I have 4 businesses, or I have 3 businesses. And right off the bat, I'm thinking they probably won't get one prospect. Because people want specialists, not generalists, right? Right now I'm working on my next studio event, and still have a couple more spots for speakers. And one of the things that disqualifies a speaker right off the bat, is when I go to their page and I see that they do 6 different things. They're disqualified. Right. There's this one lady, she said, and obviously I don't have mention names. And she said, let's see. Okay, there we go. And so she said she was a personal development coach. And I said, great. So I go on her website, and she has a video of her selling insurance. She has a video of her selling Bitcoin. She has all these videos of different businesses she does. And then she also talks about mindset and personal development. But she's disqualified because I am not going to bring a personal development coach on stage to teach my entire audience, and they throw in, oh, by the way, you can join my Bitcoin team, or you can join this, and you can join, then I am doing my audience a disfavor, because she's all over the place. She's going to get them into something they never signed up for, right? But then when I go on the site of these people here, I know exactly what they do. Right? So don't think that if you do more things, you'll make more money, because no, you won't. You make way less money because you're not an expert at anything. You make way more money when you're good at one thing. People like our next speaker, he's good at one thing. And I had to go all the way to Nigeria to find him, right? That's how good he is. You like that segue, Amberly? I had to go all the way to Nigeria to find him. If he did 5 things, I'm not going to call him. But he does one thing. But what he does changes lives, right? Can even save lives. Trust me, if you're in a state of depression, his information can save your life. All right. He's known as Mr. Positivity all over the world. He not only does he give value, but he has a unique voice. People always talk about his voice. It gets me jealous because I'm like, why can't I have that voice? But I don't. It's okay. It's okay. I'm too blessed to be stressed. All right. So I'm going to send it over to my good friend Zan Aneguru to share with you some positive messages. He's known as Mr. Positivity. Zan, the floor is yours.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Eric. That was an amazing introduction. Truly, I appreciate you. And to the world-class speakers who are on stage with me, it's always a privilege to share the stage with you because when I come here, I learn every day. Amberly, thank you so much for your gracious, Cassandra, Mr. Annie, and to Leah as well, who is not on stage right now. It's amazing to be among you all, and thank you so much. And to everyone who are listening to us right now, thank you for joining us again on Monday Morning Motivation. We know that you will never go back the same way you came. You'll be changed, you'll be transformed, and you're going back with so much wisdom. So thank you for joining us. Yes, my name is Zion Inogieru, your Mr. Positive Energy, and I'm joining you all the way from Nigeria. Yes, I'm a man on a mission to spread positivity to every corner of the earth. For me, I believe so much in the power of shared positivity and positive collaboration because together we can do so much more to make a difference in our world and to make more positive impact. Now, for those who were here last week, I started a series about being intentional about your growth in 2024. Be intentional about your growth in 2024. And then I gave us a few things we should invest in if you want to grow. I talk about spiritual investments, investing in knowledge, investing in your physical and mental health, and also investing in strategic relationship. So today I'll be talking about investment in knowledge. Now, I love how the room has gone from Amberly to Cassandra to Leah to Mr. Eric to Annie. And it's so amazing. We're all sharing about knowledge. And that's how powerful knowledge is. The difference between where you used to be and where you are now is the knowledge that you have. And the difference between where you are now and where you want to be, it's also knowledge. It's also knowledge. Knowledge is what separates the rich from the poor. You are doing well in the area you are right now. It's because you have a certain knowledge that others does not have. That's the reason why the power of knowledge can never be overemphasized. And when we talk about knowledge, it comes with continuous and constant learning. If you want to gain more knowledge, you have to position yourself in a place to be open to learning, to learn continuously. Because to gain knowledge is not a destination, it's actually a journey. Because the more you know, the more you want to know. Like I mentioned earlier, all you know is not all there is. Yes, you might be good in sales right now, but all you know is not all there is to sales. You might be good in mindset. All you know in mindset right now is not all there is to know in mindset. You might be good in communication, in finances, in marketing. Good, beautiful. But all you know is not all there is. There is still more. And that's the reason why you have to position yourself in the place of continuous learning. Have you ever wondered that in the cycle of a rich man are rich people? Do you know why? Because they share the same knowledge. They share the same knowledge. A knowledge that is not available to everyone else but to them. So that's the reason why you need to invest in knowledge in the year 2024. If you want to earn more, you need to know more. I will say that again. If you want to earn more, you need to know more. Because the more you know, the more you will earn. So do not feel so relaxed. Oh, I've gotten this idea. Let me feel relaxed. I know it all. If you want to grow and get better, there is need for you to know more. Then you might ask me, how can I know more? How can I gain more knowledge? Read books. You can read books. You can read articles. You can attend classes and then attend webinars like this. where you listen to world-class speaker in the presence of Cassandra, Mr. Eni, Amberly, Eric, Leah, and myself speaking, you gain more knowledge. You gain more knowledge. And also, how can you gain more knowledge? Surround yourself with knowledgeable people, especially people who have the kind of knowledge that you seek. Surround yourself with them, because their knowledge will rub off on you, and knowledge is contagious. The more you surround yourself with knowledgeable people, the more you are knowledgeable yourself. Be intentional about improving yourself every day, especially when it comes to the area of knowledge, because the more you know, the more you should know. And at the end of it all, don't just know, but put your knowledge to action. It's not enough to know. It's not enough to accumulate the knowledge. It's not enough to absorb the knowledge. You must put your knowledge to action. And as you put it to action with a positive mindset. Because positivity in everything, there's possibilities in everything. When you are positive, you are possible. And in positivity, there is endless possibilities for you. So thank you so much for listening, and wishing everyone a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, man. You can drop the mic. Like after that, that's amazing. I love how you ended. I wouldn't be able to say that because that's too much of a tongue twister for me, but you said it perfectly. I love it. Thank you so much. Everything you said was great. Leslie's here. Leslie Flowers, a good friend of mine. And she said that if we do not invest financially in our own personal development and learning, how can we expect others to invest in us? That is absolutely true, right? Absolutely true. I mean, I spent like 45 grand last year on personal development. I'll make myself better in different areas, on different coaches, right? If your coach doesn't have a coach, find another coach. My good friend Cecilia tells me that. If your coach doesn't have a coach, find yourself another coach. So we have to invest. You have to invest in yourself. You can't just say, well, I'm just going to get better. No, you got to invest in yourself with people that can help you get better. So thank you so much. All right. Well, let's see. Sharon, good to see you. Sharon Simmons, good to see you. Welcome. I did a welcome call from across the pond. Welcome. Taniqui, welcome. All of you from all over the world. Every time we do this, we have more and more and more people. That's exciting because we want to give more and more and more value. All right. So let us know your questions. I know Carl asked a question, what books do we read? Okay. Now, I know our speakers are avid readers. So here's what I'm going to ask each speaker to do. Tell us one book, because I mean, I can give you a list of 20 books. Okay. But tell us one book and one thing that you got from it, and it can help other people. Okay. So I'm stalling a little bit so you can think about it. All right. So I'm going to start while you're thinking. Think and Grow Rich. Somebody also mentioned it here. Now, like I've read hundreds and hundreds of books, right? Aside from college and law school and everything, I mean, just personal development books. The reason why I like Think and Grow Rich is because it's a compilation of what the top, the best, the smartest, the most successful people in the world were doing at one point. Okay. When you talk about the Rockefellers, right, Henry Ford, and all these people that created massive industries, they were interviewed, right? They were interviewed, and they found out the things they all have in common, 13, 14, 15 things that they all have in common, and then they shared in the book, right? That's powerful. Napoleon Hill, he was brilliant, and all those things apply today. They still apply. She's a guru at that. Leslie Flowers, right? Think and Grow Rich. She's probably the best I know in the world. If you want to learn about Think and Grow Rich, connect with her. Okay. So that's why I love that book. My sons read the book before they were 13. Well, one of them is 11, but the other two, before they were 13, they read the book, right? And they're like, Dad, why are you having us read this book? You'll know. Just read the book, and then tell me what the whole point of the book is. And they said it. This is what everybody should do. Okay. So read the book. If you don't like to read, watch a video on it. Okay. Things are easy nowadays. No excuse, right? Go on YouTube, watch a video. So that's my book. All right. Who would like to go next? Amberly, go ahead.
Okay, so I am actually, my husband and I both are currently reading Letting Go by David Hawkins. And this book is so interesting because we have so many things that we have not detached ourselves from our past that we're actually pulling into our future. And if we allow those things to keep us chained, then imagine the possibilities that could take place if we are able to let go of certain things. And it's a book that we are currently reading and applying to our family each day. And it is a really beautiful book. So I encourage you all to look into it.
All right. Thank you so much, Amberly. Who wants to go next? Annie, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm reading a book called Be So Good They Can't Ignore You by Carl Newport. If you haven't read that book, it's a fascinating read. So I guess I love the conundrum. Do you follow your passion or do you follow your skills? Of course, many of us will say follow both. But he's saying which one comes first. I think your skills is what he said. Your skills comes first. Develop your skills in something, and then from there you find your passion, which may be in that thing you've got your skills in or something else. But everything you do, be a master of. Literally, be a master of. Yes, I love that message, and I think, I guess I like the way of thinking. Be so good they can't ignore you. I think that's the essence of business, really. When people start crying about this and that, I think, you haven't found your thing. When you find your thing, the thing you're a master at, they can't ignore you. It's true. I think we're all proof of that, right?
Yes.
It's so true. Okay, quiet.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, if someone can do me a favor and write down the list of books we're talking about so that people can have them in the chat, it makes it easy for them. Okay. So mine was Think and Grow Rich. Amberly's, yours was
Letting Go by David Hawkins.
Letting Go by David Hawkins. Okay. And then Annie?
So they'd be so good they can't ignore you.
Be so good they can't ignore you. Okay, great. So, okay, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. Who is next? Who wants to share? Cassandra, go ahead.
I struggled to get down to one, but when it really came down to it, probably the book that had the most profound effect on me and who I am today is The Growth Mindset by Carol Dweck. And having a good relationship with failure, knowing that it's a learning opportunity and not a reprimand of you and your abilities is so important, because it opens you up to be creative. It opens you up to think outside the box and try new things. And when things don't work out, you dig in, you figure out what you can learn from that, and you integrate that learning and you keep going forward. Where with a fixed mindset, it means there's something wrong with me. This is all that there is to it. I can't get any better. And to me, it's the difference between being hopeful and being hopeless. So that book had a really profound effect on me.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That's good. I'm adding to my list. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right, Zion.
Yes, it's just amazing to listen to everyone reading an amazing book. But for me personally, one book I begin every year with is The Battlefield of the Mind by Joyce Meyer. That book has really helped me a lot from where I used to be to where I am right now. It also helped me understand that everything that we want to do, every victory, every failure begins from the mind. Once you fail in your mind, you are bound to fail in life. But if you can win in your mind, you will win in life. So The Battlefield of the Mind is one book I recommend to everyone. I never stop reading that book. The more I read it, the more I want to read it, because it has really helped me to have a shift of mindset. So The Battlefield of the Mind by Joyce Meyer, that's the book.
Awesome. So Joyce Meyer, right?
Yes.
Yes. My sister, some of you know her, Dr. Ola. She follows Joyce Meyer. Like, she watches everything, and she'll send me a video. Oh, you need to watch this. You need to watch, and I'm like, the video is an hour and a half long. I mean, I like Joyce too, but I don't have the time right now. So, Joyce Meyer. We love Joyce Meyer. All right.
Eric,
Thank you.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah, we couldn't see
Oh,
you.
okay, awesome, awesome. I'd love to contribute. I was going to say, of course, Think and Grow Rich, which is a lifelong study, but my contribution would be 10x is easier than 10x is easier than 2x by Dr. Benjamin Hardy.
Ooh.
And it's really about how to take your business from where you are and 10x it. And he says it's easier than 2x because if you want a 2x where you are, you can do a lot of different things. But if you want to go from where you are to 10x, whether it's in all areas, faith, family, finance, fitness, and fun, there's only a few things that can take you to that 2x, to that 10x. And if you can really just focus on a few things, that will exponential growth is what you will have. So that's my contribution. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That title alone makes me want to read it, right? Thank you for those incredible books. So let's see if someone can put it in the chat. If not, that's perfectly okay because I have them and I'll put them in. I just don't do anything while I'm on the call with you guys, so I don't lose everybody. All right. So I'm not like Cassandra. I can't do 5 things at the same time. Right, so I do one thing at a time, one thing. All right, and I'm good at one thing though. All right, one thing, but I do one thing. All right, so thank you so much for those books. You know, leaders are readers, right? The difference between where you are today and where you are in 5 years are the people you meet, the things you do, and the books you read. That's the difference, right? That's the difference between where you are today and where you are in 5 years. That's why it's important to keep reading, to learn from people. If you think about it, you have someone that's written a book, and there's a book called Think Big by Schwartz, right? He spent his entire career coming up with that book, 25 years, and he put it in one book. And you can read one book and learn everything he knew for 25 years. Isn't that amazing? That's why it's important to read books. All right. So we are winding down. We have about 8 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the room and ask everybody for their takeaways or final thoughts. Okay, takeaways or final thoughts. So we can wrap this up in a bow, like my good friend Latoya says in my group. Let's wrap it up in a bow. All right. So whatever you want to share, whether it's a takeaway, whether it's something you want to leave in the minds of everybody going forward for the rest of the week, something short that people can take and run. All right. So who would like to start with their final word?
I'll go.
Okay. Let's go with Leah. I'm sorry, I can't see it, so it's hard for Leah and then Cassandra. Leah, go ahead. But we
Yeah,
can
I
hear
just
you.
want.
We know you're there. We just
That's
can't
right.
see you.
I'm here. The power went out. And you know what? Champions don't panic. We pivot. I got on my phone. I have no lighting, but I am here.
Yes.
And what I want to leave with you is I talked about health and wealth. On Wealthy Wednesday, we're going to go on a deep dive with the amazing Camille Jones, and we're going to talk about health and wealth. That's going to be incredible. So I look forward to all of you joining us there. And as always, it's my intention to be of service. I'm never talking at you. I'm here with you. So I appreciate you. I come here as a speaker, but always as a student, because I believe the speaker learns the most. Thank you so much, Eric.
Thank you, Leah. All right, Cassandra.
Awesome. Thank you. Just a reminder that the growth that you're seeking is a process. We get so focused on the end result that we forget the journey. There's milestones along the way. So take your journey, do the learning step by step, day by day, and you will get where it is that you're trying to go. And you'll be prepared to handle the responsibility that comes along with it.
Yes. Thank you so much, Cassandra. Appreciate that. Who'd like to go next? Amberly?
So I want to leave you all with this. Do your best to always be in gratitude, appreciation, and kindness. When you're showing up in love, it will exude from every single thing that you do. Set boundaries, honor your needs, and show up in a way that people can actually understand and see who you are. Because when you are meeting people where they are in life, walls come down and they really see the person that you are. So I encourage each of you to really go into this day and be curious about what you're feeling, what you're thinking, and how you're not only showing up for yourself, but how you're showing up for others, and enjoy every moment. Have a great week, everyone.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you, Amberly, as always. Who would like to go next?
I think it's Zion. I'm sure he'll return.
Yes.
Look, someone asked, can specialists be generalists? Meaning that they're best at one thing and good at the other things. I think that's just life, isn't it? You know, a specialist is normally someone who can do many different things. And I think today, as we're saying, is dare to stand up for something. Dare to stand up for one thing. Now, be a master of something. You know, and that thing will bring you other people who need other things that you do. But, you know, it's a weird world we live in. You know, don't be scared to be great at something. If you're not great at anything, the world won't resonate with you. You know, your ideal customers are not going to come to you. You know, people come to you when they know you can solve their problem. You know, so my problem is that we're very good at talking about loads of things that we can do a bit of. You know, dare to be known for one good thing. You know, your business will grow. 2024 will be a different year to all the other years you've ever had. I'll say that. Thank you so much, Eric. Thank you, everyone.
Appreciate it.
The amazing shares.
Appreciate it. And, you know, a lot of times we see people that do 10 different things. You know, we see Oprah, like Oprah can get into anything and become, you know, make it huge. But guess what? She did one thing for 25 years and she did it pretty well, right? She had that show at 4 p.m. Eastern time that nobody missed for 25 years. Now she can do whatever she wants, right? So, you know, so don't get confused by people. You say, oh, they have 5 businesses. Well, they had one that made them famous, as Annie would say, right? All right, so thank you so much, Concha, for being here. Sharon, good to see you. Merjana, good to see you. All these people, appreciate all of you. And there are a lot of books in the chat, so definitely go in the chat. All right, so so has everybody spoken? Everybody spoken? Okay, good. All right, so let me just end with this. I want to end again how I started. Service, okay? Service. Serve somebody today, right? Serve somebody today. I was in Philadelphia for the whole week last week. We had a mastermind call last night, and I was actually on the phone while I was driving back because I was in Philadelphia last week. And I went to college there. I went to Temple University there. So I went to speak to some students, high school students, and one of the questions was, what can I do that can make me a lot of money? And I said, don't focus on the money. That's what everybody focuses on, and that will keep you broke. And they were confused. Focus on the service. Do something so good, so well that people will pay you whatever you want. They'll come from miles away, right? That's what you do. Don't focus on the money. Focus on your craft. Focus on your craft. Focus on something that will, you know, service to many leads to greatness. Jim Rohn used to say, right? Service to many leads to greatness. So let's all think about who can we serve. Okay. When you look at your bank account, don't say, oh, what do I need to do? I just need to make more money, make more money. If you serve more people, the money will come. Trust me, it will. All right. All right. So that's what I want to share and end with today. Welcome to Temitope. I see you. Next week, we're going to be here, as always, 7 a.m. Eastern, and we're going to be on more platforms next week. All right. So I'm just so excited. You know, I think, oh my days, as Carl will say, we're going to be famous. helping people, right? All right. So definitely come back. Share this link, folks, with at least 2 of your friends, right? And I don't say everybody, because when I say everybody, people won't do anything. Like I said, like everybody, okay, I'll get to it. 2, just 2 people that you love and care about. Send it to them today. All right. We appreciate everybody. And it's 8:00. So we're going to end the call today. We will see you next week. Same time, Be great. A good friend of mine always ends by saying, be great and make it a great week. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. All right. Let's see. Speakers, stay on for a second.